The game I saw Marcus Mariota in this year, he played pretty well. I mean, he looked agile, he was mobile, he was throwing the ball extremely well. And I know it's a small sample size, but I don't feel like you have to give up a lot for a guy like Marcus Mariota. And if the marketplace dwindles, if you're Ryan Pace or Matt Nagy, if you have one shot at it, I feel like Marcus Mariota might be the most dynamic option you have. Why not go for it?
Well, if you could turn Marcus Mariota into some draft capital if you're John Gruden and Mike Mayock, and it makes sense, then you do it. But I'm certainly not giving up my backup quarterback, given the opportunity for him to maybe take over for Derek Carr if Derek starts to struggle, if we keep Derek Carr, especially on the number that we got him at. He's got, I would say, backup money. He doesn't have starter money. We're paying him at a premium as a backup in the league. But if you're willing to surrender a late second-round pick or something along those lines, then maybe we could have that conversation because it makes sense. But I'm just not willing to give up. I'm not willing to give up a guy just because you think you want him. You had a chance to sign him in free agency last year, and you elected not to because you traded for Nick Foles. So that's on you.
Yep. Let me bring up just 2 quick points. Then we're going to go to the phone line because we have a white-hot caller on the phone line. We do.
We're going to use that all morning now. Y'all done messed up.
No, but he's here to help us. I'm going to get to Chad in just a minute. Chad and Charlotte, if you can hang on. Just 2 quick things on Mariota that you have to remember.
Chad and Charlotte.
Number one, as Jay said, Mariota was picked as the second overall selection. But as Key has said oftentimes, and I agree, and I think this is where your points converge and come together. Because you're the second overall pick, there's this unrealistic expectation about what you're going to be able to do. Key has said the Bears need just a guy. Let's be honest. Marcus Mariota, nice guy, Heisman Trophy winner, really honest, really sweet, represented college football great way.
Nice guy.
All that stuff.
Sound like me.
Yeah. After what you've said this morning, definitely nice guy. But Marcus Mariota is just a guy. We have to just admit he was a second overall pick, so you want all these grandiose things out of him, but he's not. He's just another guy, and that's exactly what the Bears need. So to Key's point, that's what they need. To Jay's point, that's what they're trying to do. The second thing I would say is the Raiders general manager, Mike Mayock, and I know Gruden's calling the shots, but before he became the Raiders general manager, he was the NFL's Network's version of Mel Kiper Jr.
There's only one Mel, baby.
I totally got it. He's the grandfather. He started the whole thing. But Mayock created a nice cottage industry for himself as well and became respected. Mariota was very well held in regard by Mayock when he was working for the NFL Network. So I would just say that if they're not sold with Carr, at least Mayock says, I really like this guy. Yeah. This could be a guy we should keep, not a guy we should trade, because when he had his old hat on, he was just over the moon in his praise for Mariota. But the bigger point, Key, is that I think Marcus Mariota is just a guy. He was drafted.
Zubin, are you talking about the Oakland Raiders hat or the Las Vegas Raiders? I'm confused with hats.
We have to ask Gruden which one to put on.
Sorry.
Well,
okay.
my point in when you say just a guy, and I know it's not
second overall pick, you're expecting a lot.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Expecting a lot.
He's always poo-pooing on the second overall picks, Zubin. It always happens on this show. Number one overall pick.
Carson Wentz, also second overall pick.
I know.
I didn't say anything.
Joking.
I was going to say that when you look at guys that people would say is just a guy, just the guys win.
Oh, totally.
They win, right? Baker Mayfield was selected as the number one overall pick. I'll take what he's doing in Cleveland any day of the week because he's serviceable. He does what we're asking him to do. We're not asking him to go 5 wides out and empty and we're going to throw the ball 50 times. That's not his strength. His strength is doing exactly what they have him doing in Cleveland right now, and they figured it out. That's Chicago. Same recipe. Play defense, run the damn ball, and get a quarterback that can sustain drives and not screw it up.
Yeah.
Tell me who, Key. Talk to me. Tell me who.
It's not
that guy?
about who. It's about you as a coach getting that individual person to do those things. I could take Sam Darnold and put him in Chicago. Can Chicago do what Cleveland did with Baker Mayfield? That's the question. Is Matt Nagy smart enough? And I guess Bill Lazor,
the offensive coordinator.
Is he the guy, are those two guys together smart enough to realize this is what we need to do in order to be successful? Or are they looking across the street at Kansas City, or are they looking down the road at Green Bay and up the road over here at what New Orleans does with Drew Brees and figure, we got to do that to win? No, you don't. You have to do a philosophy that works for your system in your style of play. Chicago, again, I'll say it again. They went to the damn Super Bowl with Rex Grossman, man.
That they did.
Stop. And
That
I know
they
it was a
did.
long time ago. What has changed in the philosophy in Chicago Bear football since then?
Nothing. They've
Nothing.
always been the same organization.
Same organization.
From Papa Bear Hallis to Mike Ditka to Matt
Same.
Nagy.
The same thing.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.